Hello people, ThaLastOne here. I'm a bit sick this week, so this video is gonna be a little hard to make for me. But anyway, let's jump into it. Today we are doing a review on how to engage liberators with your ESFs in Planetside 2. So I'll separate this in 4 or 5 points, depends of my mood. And the first point will be, of course, how to fix your minimap before engaging your liberators. First of all, when you fly, you should always have your minimap fully zoomed out. This can be fixed when you look at your keyboard just under the minus and the plus button. There's some two other buttons. They look like some hooks or something. These buttons will help you to zoom or unzoom your minimap. And this is good because when you engage your liberators, they must be at the edges of that minimap. It's the best range to engage these liberators because you are at a long distance, which is pretty cool. If you are too close to a liberator, they can shut you down really easily. So at a long distance, you have better chance of survival and you can dodge these Dalton bullets that can kill you one shot, as we see in so much videos on YouTube. So second point is to watch your surrounding. Watch for all potential threats in your area that could shut you down really quick. So these threats, first of all, of course, you have what I call the no man's land threats. So these are all the sky guards, AA turret, AA thunderers, and ground to air lock-ons. What I call this a no man's land because they can delimit in a big zone or big area where you cannot go because there's so much enemy fire. They just do a super big circle around to protect this zone, so you cannot go there anymore, except if you go super high, like at the top in the sky. But the other threats that I would say you can engage or destroy before killing these liberators would be ESFs. First, and Valkyrie, you don't even need to worry about them because they're not made for combat. They are made for transportation. So third would be how to pick your targets wisely. Anyways, so picking your targets wisely. There's two ways to pick your targets wisely. First, spot your weak targets. So smoking liberators or fire liberators, when they're damaged really easy, you can shut them down. And when they are on fire, of course, they don't have all the mobility that they have when they are fully repaired or halfway repaired. See, so the other one after that would be to grab enhanced targeting implant. So that is really good to see your enemy's health bar. So it will encourage you to pick some better targets. The other targets that you should maybe avoid or choose wisely are high levels liberators. When you see a liberator with camo or with lumifiber trims, this means that these people have a lot of experience with the libs. That means if you're not a so good pilot, it's better just to avoid them because these guys usually will charge at you and you will have to do what I call a barrel roll to avoid that they crush you with a tank buster or with the belly gun with one-shot Dalton. So this is really important because there's a lot of level 100 that can shut you down so fast you don't even have the time to blink your eyes. So the next point I would like to bring is, of course, rodeo time. What do I mean by that? It's rodeo because you need to jump on the tail of your targets. This is the main goal when you try to fight these liberators because when you are on the tail of your targets, they only have the tail gun to shoot you. And if they turn or if they roll or they try to change angle, it's really easy to anticipate and kill them before they can turn or roll. So first of all, the liberator gun, tail gun, has a 45-degree angle approximately on the tail. And the rest of it, just avoid it because of course if you are over that 45 degrees angle, there is no problem to shoot that liberator because the tail gun cannot even aim at you. The next thing I would like to to tell, it's to use the barrel roll if you are under that lib, because you can get into a not so good position, I could say, because one-shot Dalton is so easy to do when you have an experienced gunner on the Liberator at the belly gun with the Dalton. And of course you can use a barrel technique again to fly away of the tank buster. That is the nose gun of the Liberator, of course. And always keep your distance, even if you're in front of him, even if you're at the tail, because there's a lot of ways to counter ESFs while you're in the Liberator. And this will be another video that I'll bring maybe in 2 or 3 weeks when I have the time to record enough gameplay to show you. So last thing, if they are charging at you non-stop and you cannot do anything because you need to do some reverse maneuvers yourself, try. It's experimental, but I've tried it sometimes, and with some not experienced Liberator pilots, it's really easy to do. Go lower, they will follow you, and after that, shoot your afterburner, try to gain some altitude so you can get back on their tail and play rodeo again. It's a risky situation. You don't want to get too much under them because they can shut you down so easily. But most of the people will follow you, actually, if you go right in front of the nose. Otherwise, they will have the communication with their belly gunners and they will just shut you down one shot with the Dalton or other guns. I guess that covers the subject. If you want to take a look at my other videos, I'll be really glad. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like this page if you really enjoy that video. And if you are doing some improvements, write your comments down below. That would be really appreciated. So have a nice day, and this is the last one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.